Hey YouTube, we got a little bit of a problem here with the camper. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's get up here where we can see. This arm right here on the awning, I guess you can see that, has cracked right here. The wind got up. We were at the beach and the wind got up and messed it up pretty good. This arm was actually bent before and flared out right here. Then when the wind got it, it actually bent it down. It was arched before. And I knew about it. I was just limping it along. And also on the other side, let's see if you can see these right here. See those little black wheels right in here? It runs in this track. On the other side, this whole arm popped out away from the camper, and I lost both of those wheels, and was able to find one, but you can see they're gone, so it makes it kind of easier for it to pop out. I was actually trying to run it back in, trying to roll the awning back in when the wind got up and it popped out, and so when this arm popped out, the whole thing flipped up over on top of the camper. I had to get the ladder out and pull it down, and the wind was up. It was pretty exciting. So I've looked it up. This whole arm, you have to buy that as a unit. I hadn't been able to find just that one piece, which it is riveted, but that's not a problem. If they would send those rivets, I could make that work, or even put some bolts or some what are they called, like barrel nuts and bolts on it. I think I can make it work anyway, but I'm thinking about seeing if I can add something to that to brace it up. But I have to make sure, so when it closes, this part closes down over this shock. Let's see if I can get it in. There it is. It closes down over this shock. So putting something inside is probably not going to work. And then it also has to close up inside of this piece, which looks like I've got about the width of these little bushings right here, these spacers, to work with. So I might can flatten this back out, which is all aluminum, so it's, you know how that's going to work. Probably break it. But I think one more good windstorm or a rain is gonna break that off, and then I don't know if I'd ever get it rolled back up. But so I'm thinking about maybe capping a piece across it right here, which has got to have these notches in it to go around these rivets right here. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do about these wheels. Like I said, I found one of them. I don't know if I can make another wheel or possibly just make maybe some little wooden slides about this long. But when it goes down, it goes all the way down to the bottom, so then those wooden slides would kind of stick out. I don't guess it'd be too bad. I know it'd be tough to make a little wooden wheel that small without it busting. So I'm gonna work on that, and then I'll let you know how it's going. Alright, finally got it knocked out after a bunch of beating and banging and bending. my paint can messed up on me. But I think that'll work. Guess we'll find out anyway. So now we gotta move over here and see what we can do about them slides. Alright, so there it is. Can't really see it. I just cut a piece of wood. It happened to be walnut because it was already had it the right size. I just trimmed it up, drilled a hole in it, put it over that stud sticking out, and put my roller back in there. And I haven't tried it yet. Let me go put it out and I'll get back with you. Alright, still can't see it. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, I made more like a block slide to run in that track. Got it all back on there. So this, I priced replacing the whole awning because it's starting to get a hole right there. It's getting thin in a few places. Up on top of that tube, it's thin right there. You can see some daylight. And the whole thing's going to cost about $1,500 to ship it here and me put it on. So I also priced this arm. Well, it has to come as a whole mechanism. Depending on where you can get it at, you can get it without the motor because this side has the motor in it. It was like about $260 without the motor, and then about $425 with the motor. So I tell you, I really hated to spend that on it. So if you ever have this problem, that's an option that worked for me. You know, I just plated where it was cracked right there, put some rivets in it. And had to get creative over here. If I'd have had a piece of plastic, I would have used that instead of that block of wood, but that's all I had, the right size. So I appreciate you watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Tell me how you would have done it, and if you'd have done it any different. Like, subscribe, and share. Talk to y'all later.